तो बच्चों, क्लास 12th में इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स बड़ा ही इम्पॉर्टेंट चैप्टर है। इसमें बोर्ड एग्ज़ाम में 7 से 8 नंबर तक के प्रश्न पूछे जाते हैं। 3 नंबर या 5 नंबर में प्रश्न आने की संभावना रहती है। इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में अच्छा करने के लिए आपको वेक्टर रिवाइज कर लेना चाहिए। वेक्टर एडिशन, डॉट प्रोडक्ट, ये 2 चीज़ें इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में काफ़ी यूज होती हैं। तो इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स क्या है? दरअसल इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स इज द स्टडी ऑफ फोर्स, फील्ड एंड पोटेंशियल produced by stationary charges. In this lecture, I am explaining my lecture 1 that I have given you in the form of video files through WhatsApp. On electrostatics, I have given total 10 files from lecture 1 to lecture 10. Day by day, I will make video lectures to explain these lectures. In this video lecture, I am explaining you charge, properties of charge, Coulomb's law, and comparison between electrical and gravitational interactions. See, what is charge? तो अगर देखा जाए कि चार्ज क्या है, तो हम इतना ही कह सकेंगे चार्ज के बारे में कि चार्ज इज ए प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ मैटर। इन फैक्ट मैटर is made up of mass and charge. What is matter? Matter is made up of atoms. In our universe, we have only 2 type of things. One thing which is made up of atom is called matter, and the other thing which is not made up of atom is called non-matter. Example of matter are many. Example of non-matter are sound and light. To know more about charge, we should know what are the properties of charge. Charge has certain properties. Some key words you should remember for this. Properties of charge. Nature. Charge is of 2 types, positive and negative. Interactive. Any 2 charges interact with each other from distance. Due to this interaction, mutual force is exerted between them. If the charges are of like nature, then the force will be of repulsion, and if the charges are of unlike nature, then the force will be of attraction. Additive. Charges can be added algebraically according to their sign. On the basis of this additive property, we can say equal amount of positive and negative charges make net charge 0. On the basis of this property, we can say net charge of the universe is 0. In our universe, equal amount of positive and negative charges are present. Conservative. Net charge cannot be produced or destroyed. Or equivalently, you can say charges can be produced or destroyed, but only in equal and opposite amounts. Any chemical equation is example of conservation of charge. You see ionization of sodium chloride, in your NCERT book, 2 examples of conservation of charge are specifically mentioned and you should know them. The first is pair production and the second is pair annihilation. Pair production means a gamma photon is converted into electron and a positron, and pair annihilation means electron and positron are converted into two gamma photons. Due to conservation of momentum, two gamma photons are produced. Quantization Quantization means charge exists only in certain definite amounts. Any amount of charge that exists satisfies this equation. Q is equal to NE, where E is plus minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb, and N is an integer. The cause of quantization of charge is indivisibility of the charge of electron. The charge of electron cannot be divided. You can say charge is smaller than the charge of an electron does not exist. Next property is relativistically invariant. This means the charge of a particle does not change with the speed of the particle, like mass. You know, mass of the particle can change with its speed, but the charge of a particle cannot change with its speed. So, this is all about properties of charge. You should be more clear about conservation of charge and quantization of charge. Sometimes in exam, 2 or 3 properties of charge asked to mention. Coulomb's law. This law governs the force of interaction between 2 point charges. According to this, the force of interaction between 2 point charges is directly proportional to product of their charges, magnitudes of product of their charges, and inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. If two charges Q1 and Q2 are placed at separation small r, then the force acting between them will be proportional to Q1 into Q2. It will also be proportional to 1 upon r square. Therefore, you can write F equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon r square. Here, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, sometimes written as small k, is called electrostatic constant. In this constant, another quantity epsilon naught. Epsilon naught is permittivity of free space. Its value is 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12, and its unit is Newton meter square on Coulomb square. The value of electrostatic constant is 9 into 10 to the power 9. Coulomb square on Newton into meter square. Here you should see what is difference between the interaction due to charges and interaction due to masses. Actually, both type of interaction are governed by same type of law. Both are governed by inverse square law. But there are striking differences between gravitational interaction and electrical interaction. You see, the gravitational interaction between two mass particles is independent of the intervening medium between them. But the electrical interaction between two charges is highly dependent upon the intervening medium. If two charges are located in vacuum, then the force between them is given by. But if these two charges are present at the same separation in some medium, then the force between them becomes here. The constant capital K is the property of intervening medium. This is called dielectric constant of the medium. You can see K is equal to F naught upon Fm. So dielectric constant is a unitless and dimensionless quantity, and the dielectric constant of a medium tells about its ability to reduce the force of interaction between two charges. As you have seen in my lecture 1 or 2, I have given an example in which I have shown that in the presence of water, the electrical interaction between two point charges is reduced by 98.75%. This means the presence of water makes the electrical interaction almost zero. This is the reason why water is called universal solvent. Now the question arises, how two charges sense the presence of each other, because the force between them is an interactive force which is exerted from distance. The charges are not in physical contact. Even though the force acts between them, it means the charges can sense the presence of each other. How they come to know the presence of other charges? This is explained by saying that a charge produces its region of influence around it. This is called electric field. How much electric field a charge has produced at a point of space is measured by the electric field intensity. So electric field and electric field intensity are different things, but electric field intensity is sometimes referred as electric field at a point. Electric field intensity is defined as the force acting upon one unit positive charge placed at the point. Electric field intensity is a vector quantity. Its direction is the direction of force upon positive charge. Its unit is Newton upon Coulomb. See how we can obtain electric field intensity at a point due to a point charge. Electric field at a point due to a point charge. Suppose a charge Q is present at point O. it is fixed, and there is a point P at a distance small r away from it. Then at point P, if a charge q naught is placed, then the Coulomb's force acting upon it is given by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q naught upon r square, as E equal to F upon Q naught. Therefore, E equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square. The electric field intensity due to point charge is proportional to the magnitude of source charge. The charge which is producing electric field will be called source charge, and the charge which is used to detect electric field is called test charge. Test charge is assumed to be so small that it itself does not produce any electric field. Now, see electric dipole. An electric dipole is a system of two equal and opposite charges separated by a minute distance. Here, AB is an electric dipole. 2L is called its dipole length. The characteristic property of an electric dipole is its electric dipole moment, which is a vector quantity. Its direction is along the axis of the dipole. The axis of the dipole is taken from minus q to plus q. P is equal to 2ql r cap. Say r cap is a unit vector from A to B. Its unit is Coulomb into meter. Now we will proceed to obtain electric field intensity due to dipole, but the next informations will be given in next lecture.